welcome back to Storytime, and we continue to celebrate Latin Hispanics from all over the nation, and I'm super happy to also be reading you a wonderful story that's called Carmela, Full of Wishes, and she is a Latina, and the author, Mr. Matt de la Peña, and the illustrator, Christian Robinson, are actually from New York, where there's a lot of Latinos that are celebrating this whole month, just like we are here in Greenfield. So thank you for joining me. Carmela, Full of Wishes. Hola, comunidad de Greenfield, soy Superintendent Galvan, leyendo historias de que celebran latinos y hispanos todo este mes, de septiembre 15 hasta octubre 15. Y esta historia se llama Carmela, llena de deseos. Y este autor, el señor La Peña, y el ilustrador Robinson, son de Nueva York, so, a ver, donde viven muchos latinos, y aquí también igual como en Greenfield. So, vamos a celebrar y leer este libro a ver lo que podemos aprender. Carmela. Carmela scooted along the uneven dirt path, watching men stoop to work in their hands and her birthday bracelets jiggling and jangling. The thick greenhouse air smelled from marigolds and overturned earth and fresh nature's land. Carmela knew exactly what manure was, but she didn't want to think about it. Not today. Today, the whole land, she awoke to candles on her birthday pancakes, and her mom sang, "Happy birthday to you," and told her, "Go on, mija, make a wish." But Carmela's wish had already come true. She was finally old enough to go with her big brother somewhere. Carmela followed as he cut back on the street at Freedom Boulevard, past the crowd bus stop and fenced off repair shop, past the old folks' home where two hunched old women waved smiles, past the huge home improvement store where her dad used to move around and work. Carmela tried to make small talk with her brother at their metal cart rattled, but her brother didn't make any small talk back. He didn't want her to tag along, and he said, too bad. She told him she was. Just outside the laundromat, she picked a lone dandelion growing around the concrete weeds. "Did you even make a wish?" "Well, you're supposed to make a wish. Everyone knows that," he said. "Of course I made a wish," she told her brother, but it was a lie. She didn't know if she did or not and what she should wish for. Carmela helped her brother and sort some colors one-handed, helped him load the washers one item at a time. While their clothes spun at the laundromat, her imagination turned. Her brother found the sound annoying and shot her a dirty look. "Too bad," she told him. He didn't like the sound of her bracelets, but she didn't care. She jingled those bracelets and she rode up to Miss Maria's vegetable stand, imagining a machine built into her bedroom wall. She jingled those bracelets in a line at the locksmith shop, imagining her mom sleeping in one of those fancy hotel beds. She jingled her bracelet as the bodega down the block from her old apartment, imagining her dad getting his papers fixed so he could finally be home. She jingled her bracelet outside the pharmacy. "Why do you have to be so annoying?" her brother said. She thrummed her bracelets at him and said, "It's a free country, sir," she would say. The only time she didn't reach for her bracelets was when her brother ducked into a friend's house. Carmela slumped down on the curb, silently imagining all the things she could turn him into. She turned down at the dandelion in her hand, and it seemed so much more important now that she knew it was a place for her to put a wish. What if she made the wrong choice, though? Carmela tried to hop a curb on the long trip home, but her tire caught and her handlebars twisted, and she went crashing to the concrete. "Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry." But then she saw her dandelion crushed beside the drain. She looked up at her big brother, with tears rolling down her cheeks. He lifted up her scooter and he said, "Are you okay, sister?" She looked, her head pointed. "And my wish," she said. He took her by the arm and led her back to the block, past the laundromat, past the flea market, past the greenhouses, the smell of all of the different smells, past the overgrown park, and across the train tracks. He didn't stop until they made it to the abandoned farmhouse near a cliff overlooking the sea. "Close your eyes," he said. Carmela closed them. Now make your wish, he said. Carmela listened to the ocean in the distance. She listened to the squawking birds. She listened to the wind whistling past her ears. Then she opened her eyes. She saw hundreds of tiny white spores lifting into the air, floating out towards the far-off surf. "Let's go," her brother said. "Don't you want to know my wish?" she said. "No, if you tell me, it won't come true." She looked back one last time, then took off her bracelets and followed her brother home. The end. Oh. So, Carmela, full of wishes. I want you to think about all the wishes you have in your life as we celebrate every day we have here, and think about the things that you would like to see happen in your life or in your family's life so that we can help you make those dreams come true. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Superintendent Galvan with the Greenfield School District, sending a great big bear hug from our family to yours.